We'd like to talk to you about how we've used placemats to improve the standards of genre writing in our classes. We started off using Ros Wilson's PCOP. This focuses on vocabulary, connectives, openers and punctuation with writing, and progresses from level 1 at the top of the pyramid down to level 5 towards the bottom. We used this to improve the quality of our story writing, and it had an immediate impact on the quality of the writing and also on the motivation, particularly for boys, for writing. At the start we made pupils aware of different ways of opening sentences, and through the use of peer and self-assessment they noticed that they were overusing and repeating a lot of sentence openers. So using these pyramids, they made very quickly a change to their writing with the sentence openers, and it had a really big impact on how the writing sounded and really encouraged them to continue to write. We also reminded pupils of the punctuation, and we found that the progressive level of the pyramids really challenged pupils to use some punctuation they wouldn't ordinarily have used. To the bottom of the pyramid there.
Following the success of pupil story writing, we were keen to adapt these placemats that we used earlier with the VCOP, and we decided to make our own, which would improve our own genre writing. Initially we looked at instruction writing, which you can see here. We included openers, features, imperative verbs and punctuation. As you can see, using the pyramids help the children to use openers such as initially, meanwhile, and use imperative verbs like combine and repeat, as well as using the features and punctuation needed for level 5. The placemats provided pupils with a visual prompt to use all the features of instruction writing, as can be seen in these examples here. In addition, pupils constantly used openers and appropriate imperative verbs. The pyramids guided the children to use ambitious imperative verbs and encouraged the more able children to extend given vocabulary. Due to the success of this approach in our in our instruction writing, we then use that with other genres.
And for each genre taught, we begin by creating our placemat and then produce a medium-term plan which culminates in a quality piece of writing. And then we design a learning process that follows a similar model each time. The first part of the process involves activating prior knowledge and introducing. So people think about the example before and the presentation of it. The next step then is to immerse pupils in good examples of writing from that genre and allowing them, using the placemats, to identify really good features of language, punctuation, etc., and using the placemats as a guide. With their knowledge of that particular genre then, pupils will peer assess low-level examples from the genre and suggest next steps to improve the piece of writing. Using their assessments, they then will rewrite that piece of poor writing to a higher standard using the placemats again. Following this, pupils plan a quality piece of writing for a given purpose. At this stage, pupils use the placemats to plan, to make sure they include all the features of the genre and think about language and punctuation they could use. This then leads into a draft piece of writing where pupils use the placemats. After completing the first draft, pupils will self-assess against success criteria taken from the placemats, and using identified next steps, pupils make improvements to their writing before going on to write a final copy. Wherever possible, we try to make links with other areas of the curriculum and to allow pupils to apply their understanding of the genre in real-life situations. In this example, this pupil has written a persuasive text, through his peers persuading them not to refrain from smoking, and this is part of our science topic, staying alive.
The genre placemats clearly aid and support differentiation. The more able pupils are more aware of what they need to do in order to produce high standards of writing, particularly in regard to the genre features and the punctuation. We found that more able pupils aim to extend the quality of their language beyond what is provided as guidance in the placemats.